Hello, hello. Hopefully I'm in the right place. You can see me. Everything's good. Looks like we got some good light today, which is awesome. It's been kind of spotty the last few days. Anyway, the story. Let's get to the point here. Let's get to it. You can tell I'm rambling again. This is Anza, Borrego, and right now I'm in between a campsite called Bow Willow, which is for pay, and Mountain Palm Springs, where I'm staying, which is for free. Very Minnesota style. Basically, I've been in Anza, Borrego now for 39 days. Tomorrow will be day 40. This is my last full day in the park. So 40 days and 40 nights. This video will, I guess, two parts. Try to introduce you to Anza, Borrego, and also maybe talk about what you do in the desert solo for 40 days and 40 nights, maybe. Daily routine, etc. Super exciting stuff. I've been in California, I think today's 58. Like I say, 40 of them will have been in Anza, Borrego, this desert state park. And yeah, so the state park, Anza, Borrego, is a desert. You can see there's a lot of rocks here, but there's a lot of different types of stuff. It's like 634,000 acres, so it's massive. And it's like about 2.5 hours inland from LA, 2 hours inland from San Diego. Very deserty. It is one of 280 state parks in California, and it is the size of it occupies more than half of the total state park volume for all the 280 parks in California. So this thing is huge. It's huge. It's gigantor. But I decided to stay at 3 campsites here, and basically I chose those based upon elevation. Lower elevation, hotter temperatures, less likely I'm going to freeze at night. Last night was actually the coldest night I've been here, even though it's very late. It's February 2nd. I've been here since like December 16th or something like that, apart from a week in LA with my sister. Went to LA! But last night was like 1 degree Celsius at night, coldest night. Today's only like 18 degrees Celsius, only. I know you're in Canada, it's like February. But yeah, it's like a cold day today. For Anza, Borrego, typical temperatures are 23 to 27 during the day. This year anyway, this is super awesome here. I got lucky apparently. Nighttime temperatures usually around 7 to 10, which is totally functional within a tent. I got a tent, it's sold out, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so yeah, so I rotate between 3 sites in Anza, Borrego. This is Mountain Palm Springs. It's the last of the sites I checked out. Initially, because I stayed at each site twice, I thought this was the most boring and the worst site. But I've definitely come into favor with it this week. I'm feeling it a bit more. And this site, Mountain Palm Springs, it's about 700 and something, 760 feet or something like that elevation, so lower than Kamloops. It's like heaven. A lot of people would think that because it's nice. They like it. They like the view, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They like the palm trees, which I'm not showing you right now, but there are a lot of palm trees here actually. I've got some clips that I'll show you. But heaven in the sense of a lot of snowbirds from Canada coming down, retired people. After they're done work, they come here. It's like a second life. And they stay here for months in their RV. And meanwhile, there's me, who's 33, like half their age, just kind of like long hair roaming around in my Volkswagen. But there's some oddities like me as well, so that's cool. But yeah, so in heaven, in the sense of just like everyone who's done with their life just kind of came here. You know, they're done with their job, they're done with their kids, they're just living in an RV now. So yeah, it's the most packed site for sure. And I don't really know why, but people seem to like this one the best, even though I don't. Although I've come into liking it a bit more this week. Like I said, it has palm trees, so I can show you a couple of clips of that. Clips of palm trees, do it, do it, do it, yeah, yeah, yeah. And what else does it have? It has, like I say, Bow Willow over here, so it's got these like cool rocks that you can see all along here. It has an awesome lookout over top of the campsite. I'll show you a view of the campsite with that. So show a view of the campsite, there's some trailers, there's my black Golf, there's the overview, it's a big desert, woo woo. Yeah, it doesn't have very good cell phone service, so I have to go a ways away for that. But yeah, it's a good spot, Mountain Palm Springs. One of the spots I went to. Also went to a site called Fish Creek that I told you about before. It was the first place I ever went to. Lowest elevation, 260 feet. And the thing about Fish Creek is it's a wash. So like, it's basically like water, which just like, and cut rocks away in different layers. It's like Kamloops with all the layers, but rocks. Very impressive. The canyon's super tall. You go down, it's a mind blower. At the end of it, there's these things called the wind caves, which are amazing. The last video that I talked and didn't sing to you, I was in a wind cave at Arroyo Salado, but Fish Creek has the best wind caves, and I'm probably going to be showing you a video of that as I'm babbling right now. The canyon is awesome too. It's got these massive walls. You walk down that to get to the wind caves. Hopefully I can show you some video of that. That's great, great stuff. Like I was talking about the wash. The wash is the main road. That's where we would park, sort of away from the main camping area. Huge open space at Fish Creek. So the moonlight, and it was full when I was there, just lit up the whole thing. Like, it was amazing, so good. And I guess I can show you a video sort of like what a wash is as well. So we got the wind caves at Fish Creek. We got the canyon. We also got some kind of like mud slots. We also have some slots too. I don't know if I have any video of that stuff, but that's okay. Fish Creek, very not populated. Probably because at the actual campsite you can see like sort of an industrial site across the way or whatever. Kind of, sort of. And it's just seems to be a lot of through traffic because you can drive up it instead of, it's wide enough instead of just camping there. But I dug that spot big time. Very impressive visually. Probably the most impressive site visually speaking, but not my favorite. Arroyo Salado, the last site, my favorite. People think it's ugly, they don't like it. It's halfway between Borrego Springs and Salton City, which is on the Salton Sea, which is this man-made sea that it's too salty for fish to live and they just die, and that's what forms the sand on it. Salton City has been described as sort of like the armpit of the world. It's like horrible, but I didn't mind it when I was there, but I didn't stay there long. I was just kind of through it. Arroyo Salado, though, very much like Kamloops. The campsite's more sort of in a bowl, little like hill mounds amidst the flat field, but the hill mounds give me that, ooh, I'm in the bowl of Kamloops type vibe. Loving it. There's a mountain out back, and I'll show you a clip of that hopefully right now. There's a mountain out back, and it looks identical to the mountains in Brock, like the sort of Park Crest mountain out there. Awesome. Totally loving it. My favorite spot. They also have awesome slots at Arroyo. They have this trail called Truck Haven Rocks Trail. Unbelievable. I'm going to show you some clips of that right now.
It's like my favorite thing.
Clips of the Truck Haven Rocks. Check out those slots. Unbelievable. So good. They also have palm trees there with a little barrel where I would do my computer work. Awesome stuff. Let me show you some clips of that. Yeah, and just some good stuff in general. I went for some really cool runs there as well. So those are the 3 sites. Also, I said Borrego Springs. Hopefully I show you that on a map right now. Salton City, Arroyo's in between. Fish Creek's down below near Ocotillo Wells. And Mount Palm Springs are way down south here. There's also El Centro, which is a city even further to the east and south. Very well, closer to the border. And that's where I would go in between camps. And that place is really cool too. Everyone hates it, but for me, I'm digging it. And I love going to the city and eating lots of donuts and fatty foods in between my campsites. So yeah, basically that's Anza Borrego Park. It's genius. Those are the 3 sites. There's about 8 you can stay at for free, and about 3 that you can stay at where you have to pay. I don't know why you would pay. Plus millions of other ones where there's no toilets. They're not official camping sites, but you can stay at. You just have to pull 1 car length off the road. It's unbelievable. Like, this place is like mind blowing. So good. Anyway, a little bit about sort of the day-to-day here in terms of animals, life. I've seen a kit fox, which is a little tiny cute fox. I've seen a coyote. I've seen bighorn sheep, 4 of them, and they apparently only have 150 in the whole park, and I've seen 4 of them. Pretty good. I've seen a bunch of little lizards. I've got some video of that, and maybe I'll get some video of the bighorn sheep right now, if I can hook it in. Bighorn sheep video that's really crappy, blah, 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 blah. Lizard video right here. Look at this guy bobbing his head. Look at this guy hiding right here. It's like a little frog thing. He's camouflaged. You can hardly see him. Look at him run. Look at him run. Okay, so those are some of the ones I got in film. I also got a vulture on film, I believe. I thought it was a condor, maybe. It's not. Check that footage. It's happening right now. What else did I see here? So coyote, kit fox, bighorn sheep, lizards, tarantulas. Got some clips of those that look dead, but I think they're hibernating. But I thought they were dead. And actually at Arroyo, when I was setting up my tent, I rolled over a rock and I saw a scorpion on its back. Its claws up in the air, totally translucent, like white, looked like it was dead. And so I was like, oh. So I poked it with my shoe, didn't move. Poked it again. Thought I imagined that maybe I saw a limb move. But I was like, nah, it's my imagination. So poked it again. Sure enough, flips on its belly, scurries away. Not about that big, like when it fully stretched out. So I just screamed. I was like, ah! So I've seen this scorpion, which is freaking rare at this time of year in this park. I feel like I'm missing out on some other stuff that I've seen. Anyway, tarantulas, scorpion, lizards, kit fox, coyote, bighorn sheep, birds of all kinds, hummingbirds, whatever. You name it, it's been here. Yeah, and what else do we got? I don't know, that's probably good for now. We'll talk about water and other things later. So yeah, 40 days here, and so I've described what it is, and I guess now I'm going to babble a little about when you spend 40 days in the desert solo, what do you do? why are you there? How does it go? So we'll go into daily routine.